stava a succedere nel bordello.
All right, what's going on, folks? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of the Bordello. I'm joined by Jared Schwartz, very funny comic here in New York City. We met the other day, and I thought you needed a little bit of help. So
is that why I'm here?
That's what this is. This is an intervention.
Oh my God.
We were having great, authentic conversation off pod about how we both grew up playing hockey, and I said, hold the phone. We need to start the pod. We need to do the whole intro shit. We're not going to go in with the mics hot. We need to we need to address the elephant in the room first, which is things aren't going very well for you right now, are they?
They're not going the best.
They're not going the best. That's
well,
okay.
I'm on this podcast, so clearly they're going really well.
That's what I said. I don't know if you think this is your big move and you think you're going to get back into the good graces of the stand doing this, but if that's what you think, you got another thing coming, buddy, because you fucking must be really down bad if that's what you think. Yeah. But thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. And so why don't I tell people how we met? So there was an event the other day. By the way, hang on, before we get into that, actually, I just want to say, why is it so everyone from the stand has been like warning me, don't waste your time, don't even bother, what are you doing? And why is that?
With what?
I don't know. I said I'm having Jared on the pod. I'm really excited.
That's what they said. You're wasting your time. What are you doing?
I've heard a lot of people say, "What are you doing that for? What's going on? What's the point?" And I said, "I don't know. I enjoyed having a conversation with him."
I told you. This is what I told you.
So that's the thing.
I told you this.
So when we met the other day, I just wanted to let you know, I'm confirming what it is you said. When we met, I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying this conversation. We could pod this week. Would you be into it? And you, by the way, very cheap date. I had to do very little to ingratiate myself to you. We'll get into what it is I did for you the other day when I met you for the first time because I felt bad.
I told you not to.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me to mention that at all. Or what
Keep going. There's something different then.
No. What, the food?
Yeah.
Well, no. That's because it'll reflect poorly on me because I'm a guy helping an enemy of the state. We'll get into that. But again, so the other day, I met Jared Schwartz at the club, at the stand, because there was an event going on. There was a thing called Sunday Supper. It was
I was not invited to.
It was very good. I was invited to it. You're 5 years into stand-up. I'm a year into stand-up, a year and a half. So I was like, right away, I was like, that's a little weird, right? All the other comics love you, by the way. The other comics that were there are like, fucking Jared, good to see you. You're really funny. I love you, Jared.
Right.
You know? Can we work together, Jared? And you said, don't be seen talking to me. I'm a pariah. You're talking to me like you had a venereal disease. And you were like, don't come too close to me. You'll just get hurt. And I'm going to be honest with you, that ingratiated you a little more to me. That intrigued me a little bit. And I said, I want to know more about what's going on because I like to push the bubble a little bit and I got balls. So when people say don't have this guy on, that makes me want to have him on a little more. And I will say this, you're a man of the people. The man is not a fan of you. You ruffle feathers, but the people on the ground like you.
That's true.
The comics like you. The wait staff, they're happy to see you. And by the way, the more I heard about you, the more I was like, this guy's just like me. I want to have him on for that reason. So maybe I'm like, treading dangerously close to going down whatever path you went down. But they're like, Jared asks a lot of questions. He hangs around. He kind of is just there. I'm like, yeah, that's me right now.
Here we are.
That's what I'm doing in New York. So far, been here a week. That's all I've been doing. You were talking to me like you were a fucking werewolf who at any given moment when the sun goes down could just grow claws and was going to kill me. You were talking to me like you were a leper. And you were standing in the entrance of the restaurant. And you were like, hi, how you doing? I'm a comic. I'm Jared Schwartz. Nice to meet you. I'm Sam Adamo. What's going on? You going to eat? You're like, nah, I'm not really. I'm kind of persona non grata. You were standing there like a fucking prisoner, like a dog. And I had to squirrel away a piece of pizza to you outside like a fucking drug deal.
I told you not to give it to me.
Right.
You insisted. Don't say.
I incriminated myself. I understand.
Right.
I got in bed with the enemy. I understand what I did. But I was like, this is fascinating. This whole dynamic is
It
absolutely.
was very funny. It was a very good slice.
Preposterous. Yeah, Fausto's a very good chef. I know him. I now know Fausto. I don't know what I've done to deserve, being treated well. I don't know. Whatever. I may not be after this podcast. But I had to try. I had to have you on because I was just fascinated by you as a person. I described you to Peter as a space cadet before. He seems like a space cadet. We were having a conversation about stand-up and about trying to make it and succeeding. And then out of nowhere, you pivoted to talking about the arguments for killing yourself and how to do it in a humane way.
Right, we did.
You were just trying to, you're like, and I know what you were doing. You're like, here's this fucking open micer. He's like a year and a half in. He's in the good graces here. I'm not. I'm going to fuck with him a little bit. I'm going to emotionally fuck with him a little bit. We'll start talking about stand-up and trying to make it. And then and then he, out of nowhere, pivots and goes, hey, by the way, if you had to kill yourself, you ever think about like the ways to do it that would involve as few people as possible?
I'm just preparing you for the future. Of what comedy is.
I'm well aware of what's going on.
You're a year and a half in. I'm just letting you know it only gets better. It only gets better from here.
You look great, by the way. I was saying before, you look like you're a runway model right now in Paris.
Thank you, Paris. That's actually why I bought this coat when I went to Paris last year.
You bought that in Paris?
I bought it for Paris.
Oh, okay.
I bought the trench for Paris when I went there last year for my 26th birthday celebrations with my partner at the time. That was that was probably the best weekend of my life.
Nice. I went to Paris with my girlfriend too for her 25th a year ago, and we're still together. So.
Well. I wish I could say
it doesn't work out for everyone.
I don't know if I wish I could say the same, but I can say the same.
Well, that's
fine. That's right.
Well, here's the problem with my girlfriend is I love her.
Right, that was my problem too.
No, but that is my problem because I can't leave her because I love her. And I should leave her because I'm afraid I'm going to drag her into the shit, into this horrible lifestyle.
Well, if
you're free of that. I think
we had this
run.
Discussion the other day too, but it's like, if you got the right one, she'll believe in you no matter what, and that's what you want.
She does, and that's the worst. That's what's troubling. And it's like, what's the alternative? She fucking talks shit
to me. That's where the road diverges for us. I want a partner that fully believes in me, fully. Like, I remember I used to tell my partner, I'd be like, hey, tell me I'm going to be the best. Tell me I'm going to do that.
What would she say, Jared?
She'd be like, why would I lie to you?
She would tell you go back to school.
Go back to school. Get a real job. What are you doing?
Right.
It's crazy.
And why is that? You said she was rich before.
She had money.
Off pod. She had money.
money.
Well, that might be a contributing factor. I don't know how much money you're talking. Is she from New York?
Nah, she's from Napa Valley.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Tech?
She's not in tech.
She's not in tech. But the family, is that the bread and butter?
No.
Well, anyway, we don't have to get into what exactly they do.
Yeah.
Fucking
but
Napa.
just once you say Napa, yeah.
And you're New York.
I'm a New Yorker.
Where about?
Staten Island.
Oh my God. You're from Staten Island?
Staten Island.
Dating a woman from fucking Napa Valley?
I made it out the mud, baby.
Well, now
for a little bit. I'm back in the mud right now. I'm back in the mud. I invested a lot
into trying to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and how did that work out for you?
Well,
you look great now. I mean, you look like you got something going on now.
At least on the outside, but it's all facade. That's comedy,
Right.
Facade.
On the inside, we're pondering the different ways to kill yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Haven't found the good way yet.
So what were you doing before the girlfriend then? Like what changed exactly? I'm a little confused. I mean, like, have you turned into fucking, the guy from Catch Me If You Can? What's his name? Anyway, whatever. The guy that Leonardo DiCaprio plays in that movie there, where he's like kind of posing as a rich motherfucker, or like you're like talented Mr. Ripley almost.
I met her at a show. I was just being myself.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had went through a breakup a few months before that, and so again, I was climbing my way out of the mud from that one, and then just focused on my energy. Got really into reading. Got really into working on myself.
Oh, lovely.
And the moment I started working on myself is when she came along.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was like, I don't know if my energy was so good that I met her at her vibration, or my energy was so low after the breakup that she met me at my vibration.
Yeah. And now that it's over, what do you think in retrospect?
She met me at my low vibration.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, listen, you live and learn. But
says a lot about her.
It's tough now.
Love her, but Rose says a lot about. I don't know. No, I like to think I had a high vibration. She's a nice person.
Yeah, you're really coming across as a really high vibration guy, a really high energy guy. Between you and I, you're the one who's really bringing this all up.
I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's I am.
No,
well,
I
not
mean-
here right now. I tend to be pretty chill, but you've actually never seen my set. Most of the comics know me as being this chill guy.
Okay.
I start my sets off with "What's up, y'all trying to chill?"
I did a little. Yeah, I looked into you a little bit the last couple of days. I actually had seen you before. It didn't click until we met. But I'd seen your stuff like just on the internet.
Oh,
So I know
awesome.
your thing, right? Yeah, I'm trying to chill. That's
Yeah.
That's how you open with that.
I open
sometimes.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. So you thought she was maybe it was a hard, maybe it was a tough time for her, and she was like, you know what, I want to see how the other half lives, and let's just kind of take it down. a
Right,
notch.
right. You know, it's so
we're
funny.
Napa, we're fucking go all the
Dude,
time. We're
well-
like high energy, fucking making money, fucking killing people and
Let's slow
shit.
it down a
It's
little
time
bit.
to see how the other half lives. It's time to have a few fucking White Claws and just be happy, getting
Living
a buzz
the
on a
porch, yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah,
type of thing.
it's so funny. When I first met her, one of my things, I always view everyone like in my life as a lesson. You know what I mean? A lesson. Like, what am I learning from you? Why are our energies together right now? What are we getting from this? And like, that's just what it is, And I remember for her, I was like, I met you so I can learn how to be rich.
And did you?
I mean,
It seems so.
How do I look?
No, you look great. You look
Thank
rich.
you.
But here's the problem now. You developed this taste, and now you're a comic, and the road is long, and the upside is great. But until that plays out, you're a comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just a regular dude who's trying to figure a thing out, and right now, if someone's with you, like she was investing low. She wasn't getting you at the top. You're not Kevin Hart. She was
Right.
investing low, and the upside might have been what it would have been. But now you're without her, and you're kind of at the same point. So what does it all mean
I'm a
now?
little further along.
You're further along
Yeah,
because you've got the rich mentality now.
Mm-hmm.
Now what does that mean? What does that entail? Does that mean you're now like?
I know where I want to be a little bit more.
Okay.
I understand I have a purpose in this life.
What-
I think I knew
What
that
is your
before.
purpose in this life?
I mean, to do comedy,
That's
to bring joy to others.
and bring joy to others. That's what you're doing it for.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
What do you do it for?
In part because I like to share thoughts, I guess. So I think I'm a little more honest about it. I mean, there's a bit of an ego and like an ego thing involved where I just like to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I like to talk a lot, so I like to get feedback on it.
Yeah, I could tell.
That's but that's
that's why
fine.
we're
No,
here.
but that's fine.
why we're here.
That's what this whole thing is. There's a deeply self-important thing, I think, where you're like, yeah, I want to talk, and I'm looking for people to listen, I guess,
Right.
to an extent.
Right.
And then you hope that it's well received, and then there's positive feedback.
Well,
that
it's
occurs
because we
there.
didn't get any attention in our childhood.
I got attention. I don't know. I just kind of pivoted, but this is fun. I'm happy to make this like a therapy session for you.
Why? I don't need that.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
You're the
in
one who's
therapy.
talking about your childhood now.
No, I'm just saying that's why we're here.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you could say you got attention, but you wouldn't be going begging for attention by strangers.
Sure.
I'm just aware. I'm very self-aware. That's my problem, and that's
fair.
what everybody tells me. I'm almost too self-aware.
I was a little. No, I'm.
And that's why I told you this is a problem having me on. That's why, and it was confirmed right away by everyone because I'm so self-aware of what's going on and how I'm
Right.
perceived. And I appreciate you telling me that because I think that's one of the biggest blessings in life is for people to tell you how you're perceived.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing, by the way, that you're that you are self-aware, and it's also good that you warned me because. That is the reason that you're here right now, because that is the thing that ingratiated me to you in the first place and that fascinated me about your whole aura.
Was
yeah.
my aura dark or what?
It was perplexing.
Perplexing.
It was perplexing.
What do you,
But it was also like I squirreled away pizza to you outside. That's just
you
an
were giving
unusual
me-
interaction.
You were giving me salad too, and I told you no.
Yeah, I was trying to because I have this like maternal instinct to feed people. I'm trying to feed the Jews right now. Is what I was telling you outside. Is it's a tough time. I just
It is a tough time.
I don't want to be
Pizza
seen
was
as an
really good.
anti-Semite. There's fucking protests going on 2 blocks away. I was like, just come in, y'all.
crazy.
Hide you into the bunker.
Crazy stuff going on, man.
Well, so hang on. So what are you eating then on the regular now? Because you've developed a taste for the refined things in life. What were you doing
Yeah.
before that? Were you doing like open mic or shit? Were you eating like canned food?
Yeah, I mean, I was having dinners. I would like make my regular chicken cutlets. You know what I mean? Grilled chicken, rice, all that. I was eating pretty well. but she showed me the finer things. Like our first date, I took her to the V spot, which is, shout out to my boy Carbano.
Yeah.
The comic, the V spot?
Yeah, I do. He's coming on next week.
Yeah, so he used to own his, it used to be open in the on St. Mark's, and she was vegan when I first met her, so that was like the only vegetarian spot I knew.
Right.
Or she's vegetarian, so that was like one of the only vegetarian spots.
So you took her to a place disguising as Colombian comfort food.
It was a comedy club more than ever.
The V spot?
Yeah.
I thought, okay. I thought that before it became a comedy club, it was a restaurant. And the whole thing with them is it's a vegan place, but it's not like, it's not for non-binary people type of thing. It's for people that just, I don't know, might have a fucking aversion to meat, but they still want to feel like they're eating chicharrones.
But we got served on paper plates. She never let me live that one down. I had no idea. I didn't think. I stopped eating McDonald's when I got with I ate like shit for sure.
Okay.
And now I didn't even eat tuna before I met her.
And she had no faith in you at all. She just found you funny, but she was like, it's not going to work out.
She had some faith.
Well, you're out here saying that my girlfriend having faith in what I'm doing is like what you're longing for. So
for sure, I guess I didn't.
And by the way, I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm just complaining about how hard it is.
Right.
Because I'm just being a whiny little fucking cunt.
Right. We all do.
That's what I'm doing.
But I guess I didn't have it as much as I wish I had it. I had it in a way, like a little bit. She'd be like, "I'm with you."
But if you worked on Wall Street, she would have respected you a little bit more.
100%.
100%.
100%.
So you think you were a project for her, maybe?
100%. She's a fixer-upper, which I appreciate. I look pretty good.
And then what happened? She fixed you up and said, "Okay, on to the next." Or she was like, "This is beyond disrepair."
We went our separate ways. There was it's a culmination of things. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty.
Oh, I'm just fascinated by the pivot from being. You said you were white trash before, which by the way, a lot of oxymorons before we started the pod. You called yourself white trash, then you said I grew up playing hockey.
Yeah, my dad put me in a lot of sports.
Okay, well, this is not a very white trash thing to do. I mean, I guess it can be in certain parts of the world, but not really in New York. You think of hockey in New York as being like this really like upper class, affluent type thing. It's a very expensive sport to put your kids in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In the Midwest, maybe another story. You know what I'm saying? In the Canadian prairies, it's another story. But over here, I don't know. But then you throw Staten Island into the mix, and that's a whole other. That's a whole fucking wrench in the gears. That's a crazy one. The
example I gave that we are white trash is that I remember my mom once I threw a party 4 or 5 years ago, and
on Staten Island,
and it was and to have a paper towel spool, the spool, right? I think that's the correct name for it. She used a wired hanger. She opened up the hanger, put it
for the party.
For the party.
She broke out the goods just for the party. Because she didn't want to have paper towels just lying around. That's the thing. What I like about people that are in Staten Island is they're around Italians so much that they're like, you know what? We may not have it, but we got to at least try to put on a brave face right now. We gotta fucking push la bella figura. So here, we're gonna make it look like we have a fucking thing to roll it on.
The funniest part is
she would have just been better off stacking them on the table.
And it was in the bathroom. She hung it on the towel rack. Like the actual towel where you would have a cloth
there was no
towel.
bar connecting them.
What?
There was no bar connecting the rack.
No, there was. It was just the rack. But it's a rack where you put it's into the wall, so it's already you can't take it out.
All
it's
right.
The towel, the cloth towel rack.
Yeah, that's a little. Let me ask you this.
And then
no, go on.
She left it there for years
because she was like, it's not that bad.
Left it there for years. And then I got to a point where I was like, all right, if we're going to leave this here, at least I'm going to make it better. Instead, she just had it she wrapped it back to where it was how it's the triangle? She left it as a triangle. I at least opened it up to where it was just the two sides.
To make it look like rectangle. The correct shape.
The correct shape.
I at least got it at IKEA or something.
Right. And hanging from the rack.
A funky Swedish.
Dude.
Okay.
And then the last time I went home, I moved out about a year ago. They've been cleaning up for over a year. My mom's been cleaning up, she's saying, every summer because she has off in summers because she works in school. So every summer she's always said she'll clean up the house.
That's adorable, but yeah, that's adorable. Mom works in schools.
Never has cleaned out the house. And so since now every chicken's out the hen, whatever, however that saying goes.
The chickens came home to roost. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. All the kids have left the nest.
Oh, okay.
All the chickens have left the nest.
Right.
They've been cleaning up, and I'm the last one to leave last year, and it's been a whole year, and the house is just completely trash, and it's disgusting. So last time I went home, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start.
Is it a clutter issue?
It's a clutter issue.
Okay.
But it's a laziness issue. It's a depressed issue. They don't want to admit it. They don't know how. They don't have the resources. You know, and that's what I mean by like white trash. We don't have the resources.
The mental resources.
The mental. Yeah. Just also.
Well, it's great to hear that your mother's, instilling that in the youth and the next generation of children.
Well, that's why I attract who I attract.
Sure.
I'm very fortunate. I'm fighting that off. This is a therapist. This is therapy.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is I helped him out. Last time I went there, I took the spool, threw it out. I was like, this is done. I'm putting an end to this. I'm helping you guys out. And yeah, we're right trash. I went off a tangent that didn't have to. You cut that.
No, we're not
cut that.
Cut that. We don't cut anything.
I know. It's very low production here.
We got a thumbs up. I don't know that we need to cut anything. I mean, it's a story from your life. Well, here, how about this? Do you have any interest in trying to win her back? Because that hair isn't helping you. If you want, I could cut your hair.
No,
I'm a barber.
We did. We just had a month back together. It didn't work because she just wanted emotional support.
Have you tried a new haircut?
No, his hair's great. I'm growing it out.
You're growing it out.
The thing is, you saw my Instagram, right? Did you see that I shaved my head and bleached it before?
I did, yeah.
Did you see that I've had long hair before?
I didn't see that you had long hair before.
Dude.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Why don't we try something drastic and but like this is just kind of like the stupid like Italian, like the stupid like soccer play. But I'm just thinking, I think a haircut could solve anything.
Right.
I'm just like, if I give you a haircut and give you a fucking skin fade and line up your mustache and make you look a little more Neapolitan, you might have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not interested in reviving that.
Here's what I think. Here's my diagnosis. We're saying this is a therapy session. I believe that you have glowed up too much.
Too much.
That's what I think.
I
think you need to show up.
My elevation is not. My comedy has not reached my elevation.
Leave your comedy out of this. This has nothing to do with your fucking comedy, you fucking narcissist. This has nothing to do with any of that. This has to do with you as a person, probably. Okay? This probably has to do with your taste, which have evolved, and she's probably seen a little too much conversion with her lifestyle. You need to get a new haircut. Mm-hmm. You need to look Puerto Rican. We need to give you a skin fade. We need to put a slash in your eyebrow, grow the mustache out for like 2 weeks and line it, and we need to give you a pizza, and you need to fucking deliver a pizza to her fucking door. You need to be the lowest of the low for her to pay any mind to you again.
Right.
That's what you want to show up looking like a Dominican Neapolitan pizza guy. And it starts with the haircut. It starts with losing the hat, which looks great, by the way. But you got it. I think you have to own who you are. You have to do what I did the other day. You got to start eating beans in the bathroom. The most open mic shit I did since I got here one day was I thought, I did groceries. I don't know how much meal prep I'm going to do. I'm staying in like a student housing complex in Queens with a Chilean guy who watches football late into the night. And a Filipina a few doors down who sings along to Taylor Swift and just laughs in Tagalog. That's the only way I can describe it. Very giggly. You want an audience of Filipinas, by the way. That would be ideal. Just it's all the time. She's living the dream, by the way. She was on the phone with, I assume she was speaking in Tagalog, but I overheard her in a common space talking to, I assume her sister in Tagalog, and she was like making this baby voice. She was like, Spencer. So I think there was a baby called Spencer. And I assumed that her sister, fulfilled. I couldn't help but think that her sister, fulfilled the Filipina dream of, getting with a white guy and just having a white baby and giving him a white name, but, still. That's funny. Still teaching him Tagalog. Anyway, I'm not
What's
doing.
The diagnosis? Oh, the diagnosis is I got to get a haircut.
It starts with the hair, and then we got to start reverting some of the behavior back to the
White trash.
desperate artist. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Which is definitely what ingratiated you to her in the first place.
I know.
So what I did was I couldn't do any meal prep, so I did groceries. I bought fruit and I bought some non-perishables, and my mother sent me down with some food. I eat the non-perishables right. I eat the fruit right away, and the non-perishables I kind of leave. And what I do is, if I'm going out and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have like time, I just bring like. I bring like a can of beans and a can of tuna just in case.
Can of tuna?
Just in case. Just in case. Okay? My parents listen to the podcast. They're fucking gonna kill me right now. Because we eat. They're gonna fucking say this is a horrible look on them for sending me to starve. That's by the way the Italian mentality is at
funny.
26.
For sure.
They think like it's still their responsibility to.
Yeah, I know how it is. My aunt gives me tea. Please take. I mean,
well, that was what you experienced the other day. Like, please come outside, bro. You're fucking living like a dog here. Like, have a little pizza. It's the best I can do.
And I want you to know, I wasn't living like a dog. I was not living like a dog.
It's about the perception. You're standing there with your fucking hands in your pockets.
I'm chilling. I was expecting.
You're not chilling.
I was chilling.
It's the problem. It's what's.
I wanted to see what was going on. If they had a plate to offer me, I would have took a plate from them, not from you.
Yeah.
I was there for that. I showed up. I'm wearing. What are you talking about? I'm wearing fucking
Oliver
my
fucking
outfit.
Twist, dude. Oliver Twist.
I was
the
wearing
fucking
a
hat
fucking
in hand.
Canada Goose. I'm wearing a Supreme sweater. I'm wearing Mad Happy sweatpants and Nike
Well, that's
Dunks.
charming, by the way. That's what's gonna endear you to people. Is fucking is doing all of those things. Wearing the Canada Goose. He's wearing a Canada Goose. Yeah, he needs to be fed right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I need to be fed.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a great fucking strategy, and you understand like the oxymorons and the paradoxes that I got to witness and was like, this guy's got to come on the pod. You know, I actually decided it when you started talking about suicide out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, you're a piece of shit. You're trying to fucking get in my head here.
No,
you're like an evil Disney character out of a genie.
I was just
or out of a bottle.
No,
you know?
comic told me that before. Tim Dillon, dude. We were just discussing comedy and discussing life and just everything. And he's like, yeah, but also you just end it.
Yeah. No, but he's right.
He's right. I mean,
he's right.
He's so right.
But what I told you is don't, because I think it's more fun to see how it all plays out. I said there's no point because you're gonna die anyway.
Day, man.
It's good, but I told you you're gonna die anyway.
Right.
No, but I wasn't trying to make you feel better. I was saying, hey,
but you want to be appreciated.
I said you want to kill yourself. Great. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You don't need my help. You don't need your help. It's going to happen anyway. See it out. You understand?
Right.
If you fucking don't give a shit anymore and you off yourself, that pisses me off so fucking much.
Right.
Because you now have a superpower. You have carte blanche to live like without the fear of death. You have any idea how crazy that is? You can live like a homeless guy.
Right.
Just no stakes. Everything's a bit. Life's a joke. You run through it and you say whatever the fuck happens, happens. And you're because you don't care. Most people's issue is that they care about stuff.
Yeah, well, that's my problem. I care too much. My mom raised me to fucking that the sky's falling and to care about everything.
That's okay. That means you're Andy Haynes has a great bit. I just realized I was about to spew this out and I realized it was his bit that I'm regurgitating. He goes, fucking out west, like on the West Coast, people are like, you gotta chill, you gotta take it easy. And then like in New York, if you complain to them, they don't tell you to relax. They go, means you're paying attention. That's good. And that's what it is. It's good. It's good that you're aware that the sky is falling. It fucking is. You got to be insane to not be dialed in, you know?
Yeah.
But those people are happier. Who
don't care?
Those people are happier who don't care, which is why if you want to kill yourself, not doing it is awesome because you then kind of can just go through life without having the burden of caring.
Right.
You understand?
I care about certain things, like I don't care about other things. Where it's like when it comes to like world news, I don't care, and people are like, how do you do that? How do you know? I'm like, it's just not me. But when it comes to comedy, making money, I'm like, I care about that. That makes me want to kill myself if I don't have it.
Yeah.
But that's just life. And it's like the thing is too.
I'm starting to see, by the way, what's endearing you to the people at the stand. Just talking about comedy and money. Comedy and money. It's just the dollars.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that fucking matters.
Yeah. And that's really charming. That's really endearing for them. I'm sure. By the way, I didn't have you on to bully you. Like this.
No, I don't feel bullied. Honestly, this is the energy I'm around my whole life. You know, I'm used to it. You know, I have pretty thick skin.
Well, that makes me feel great.
Why?
You're talking about how you had no support growing up. But you're like, no, this is what I'm used to. I'm used to getting torn down like this. That's not my goal is to tear you down. I'm just pointing out the.
If anything, you're just validating everything I've thought, which is good. Because now I just have to learn how to correct that.
Or you just lean into it because you being the way you are is what endeared you to me, and I like you. I've decided I like you.
If that's what I'm doing, then yeah. If I want to impress you, then I'm going down the wrong path.
Well, sure. Right. But again,
my problem is.
But I'm a guy who does stand up. But the other fucking comics like you too. You're doing something. You know, you're doing something right.
Oh, I'm not doing anything right. I'm doing something.
You're here, so you're doing nothing right. You're here
now,
and it didn't take much. All I had to do to fucking buy you off was give you a piece of pizza, and you were in.
I'm just in the mood. I like being invited places. You know, like I said, my childhood's been triggered the last few weeks. So, you know, to be invited places means a lot.
Well,
thanks for having me.
Welcome. Beans in the bathroom. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to start doing, dude. I had beans in my bag. I went to a hotel because here's how crazy I am. Dude. I was like, I need somewhere to fucking take a shit. And I walked into a hotel because I know they have fucking.
That's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do. And I was like, you know what? I haven't eaten today. I got beans.
While
and I
you're
ate beans in the
taking
back. No, standing in the fucking handicap stall. I ate beans in the fucking.
Dude,
back.
that's disgusting.
I stole a fucking.
A spoon from the hotel lobby?
I stole a spoon. I washed it in the fucking.
Oh, what do you mean? You stole it from someone's table?
No. I went to Ray's Bagels on St. Mark next to the V spot. Asked a guy in Spanish for a plastic fork, and then I did and here's the thing, I didn't grow up trash, so I do this stuff now just kind of for the thrill. That's the fun thing about growing up with like, you know, like a little bit of like a loving environment. And this, by the way, is why your girlfriend wanted to date you, is because it was fun for her. She didn't grow up around it, and it was exciting. But it's exciting to eat beans in the bathroom when you don't have to do that. And you're like, fuck it, today I'm a comic. I feel like an artist. I'm eating beans in the bathroom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You rinse it in the sink, you drain it out, you eat beans with nothing on it, and you get the fuck out. You got to do that if you want to have a chance of getting her back.
I don't care to get her back. I don't care. I know the right person's. I'm working on myself.
You think she served her purpose?
I think she did.
You wear Canada Goose now. You wear Supreme.
You're all about before.
You're all about money. By the way, that's the most white trash thing you've said all day. That's the most Staten Island fucking white trash thing. I wear Supreme, bro. Mom works for a school board.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They gave me a lot.
And by the way, God bless her. I mean, they're the best people on earth.
Works with special needs children, man.
Oh my God.
You know, she raised one as well.
Yeah. Oh, is that you or something?
Yeah.
Are you being?
That was me.
Are you doing a bit?
No, that was me. That was me.
Okay.
The thing is, you know, they gave me a lot. You know, I don't want to discredit them. They gave me a lot, but it's just the proper resources is what I needed.
You're talking about money. Is what you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about money. It's just like, you know, maybe I could have used therapy as a kid. Maybe I could have used like extra time on a test. You know what I mean? It's just like the proper
extra time on a test. What are you fucking talking about,
dude? Like,
you think your life would be different and you wouldn't be doing comedy if you got 20 more minutes on a math test doing algebra in grade 9?
I mean, I could say whatever I want, but the reality is I am where I am right now, and I think I didn't have the right tools growing up. You know, I wasn't financially literate. I'm still not financially literate. My parents are barely financially literate.
Anyone that buys Supreme is not financially literate.
Exactly. And I was buying that Billionaires Boys Club at like, you know, 14 years old. But that's like the lifestyle I always wanted.
Right.
You know, now I'm living it. Comedy, you know, I was always meant to be in comedy. You know, I performed for the first time at 16 years old. You know what I mean? My dad raised me.
Oh, no shit.
To do this. Yeah. So it's like they knew there was an inklets of like what I was supposed to be doing, but like how it's supposed to be.
That's not a good. Yeah, right there. That's not a great sign. You don't want your parents to push you to stand up, because I think if you had a kid, would you want him to do stand up? I thought about this. If I succeed in stand up, the last thing I'm going to want my fucking kid to do is do stand up.
I think so.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know about you.
It teaches you a lot, dude. It teaches you a lot about life, a lot about, you know, determination, just like the grind.
It's what you would want for your kid. If a kid came to me and said,
if he has a passion for it, bro, yeah.
I wouldn't poo-poo it. I wouldn't step on it. But it's not what I would be. You know,
I wouldn't discourage him.
No, but I would also kind of, you know, try to. I don't think it's what any parent really dreams of is the point. But maybe not in your case. If you're saying your dad pushed you to,
they fucking love it, dude.
My parents are happy I'm doing it.
Right.
They're supportive because I think they believe in what I'm doing.
Right.
But when I was 16, they weren't saying you're going to be a stand-up comic.
Well, my parents weren't.
They thought you're going to be a lawyer, Sam.
No, my parents had no idea. They were like, yeah, just. I don't know, go get a job, do something. My parents had, like, that's what I mean. Like, they didn't, like, encourage me to go to school. They didn't encourage me.
When did you stop playing
hockey? Work. I stopped playing ice at 8th grade. 8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade.
8th grade, so like 12, 13. Because it did get a bit, I guess, I don't know, my dad did. I couldn't, my high school didn't have one. Only Catholic schools had one on Staten Island. I wasn't going to do that. And then I played roller hockey until 21.
Okay. Yeah, roller hockey's not the same thing. If you want, see, here's the thing.
Of course, it's not. It's still. What do you mean?
No, but if you had stayed in ice hockey, you would have had access to a network of people.
Right.
You would not be playing ice hockey right now. You'd be defending your boys in court.
For sure.
You know.
Oh, right.
Against the IRS.
That's what I mean. Like, my parents didn't put me in a network of people. Like, I watched who my parents surrounded themselves with. and it wasn't a good network.
But they were probably really fun. They were probably fun people.
I wish I could say that.
Maybe not as a kid, but are they not people that you'd want to hang around now?
Definitely not people I want to. As a kid, I mean, it was all right. It was all right.
You're being vague. What about them was undesirable? Because normally the people
they were just losers, bro. They were just losers. Like a thing I heard growing up when my mom was like, my mom would always scream my dad, you're gonna be out on the streets like you loser friends. I'm like, great, that's what I'm hearing. My dad hangs out with losers. And so like now I am trying as hard as I can to not hang around losers or be a loser myself.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing to that end?
But here I am.
What are you doing to that end? What are you doing to that end? Except coming on this fucking show.
See, that's the thing. My comedy and my humor is too mean.
It's not mean at all.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
It's fine.
It's not nice though.
No.
But you acknowledge it. It's not nice.
Who cares?
That's the thing. I do care.
Who wants you want to fucking talk about?
I don't want to be an asshole.
You want to talk about toast like Seinfeld?
Right. No, I don't. But it's like I get it from my dad. My dad has like a mean sense of humor, and I call him out now whenever like he tries his jokes. I'm like, he's like, well, it's not funny. I'm like, no, it's not funny. I'm like, I know humor. You're just not funny anymore. My dad just does the same jokes all the time.
What are the jokes? What bits is he doing?
Whenever like if I'm on Staten Island and like I'm hanging out, I usually like have a friend come over to like reconnect and stuff, and he'll be like, oh, I need 3 days notice before Andy comes over.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
He's just a dad.
He's just a dad.
Yeah, but he's not being mean.
No. One of my favorite jokes he used to tell as a kid was, I guess I'd call him gay and be like, you suck dick once, it makes you gay. That'd be pretty funny.
That's a good joke.
It's a good joke. Joke. I heard it tons of times.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But what am I doing now to what? Not hang around losers, you were asking?
Yeah.
I'm just going out, meeting as many people as I can. I'm turning myself into someone who's not a loser. That's why I guess like I'm so hurt by like the breakup, because like it made me feel like I wasn't a loser. I was surrounded. She had a really cool network of people.
Sure.
To hang around.
And how did they like you?
They loved me.
They loved you
because I was different.
Because you were the freak.
I was the freak. I was the kid who fucking I'm a comedian. I make them laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not like them. All these like cliques and like upper echelon type of people, they love people who aren't like, they understand that like what I'm doing is like, they're all smart, they understand that what I'm doing is like a grind and like just a fucking not easy. They have the utmost respect for what I'm doing. Unlike people on my level who just don't respect like my regular friends, they're like, what? I don't even know what you're doing.
So you reveled in being the jester.
Yeah.
The lower class guy who thinks that he's one of us because he's wearing Canada Goose. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, this is cute. Yeah. This monkey's making us laugh. He's dancing on his face.
I wouldn't look at it like that.
How do you think they looked at it?
I think they saw me as an equal.
You think they saw you as an equal? Yeah,
because I would pay for dinners. I would do everything I can. That's
very respectable.
One of the best boyfriends I could be.
That's great. Do you think their parents would have seen you as an equal? The parents of the people.
The parents loved me.
The parents of the people that you were networking with. So these are hypothetical people who you haven't met, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay, you're saying that your girlfriend exposed you to like a whole network of people, okay, who loved you, and they saw you as an equal. Do you think that their parents, these upper echelon people, would feel the same way? You don't think?
Maybe behind my back, no, but they did respect what I was doing.
Okay, there's that self-awareness right there. That's good.
Right. They did, because like one of my friends, my partner's best friend, her mom was in town.
Why do you call her your partner? What are you doing?
I don't know. I just like to say partner.
We're podcast partners right now.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. You and I are two guys on a podcast.
All right, whatever. I just like to say partner.
I don't fuck a partner. Okay, anyway, all right. No, it's just it's a preposterous choice of words. My partner. It's the third time you used it. I had to call. I literally didn't. I thought you were talking about a fucking business partner the first time. Your buddy Patrick the other day when I met the guy guy you work with. I thought you were talking about him. He's a videographer, producer, is he?
Right. He's great.
Yeah, just letting you know it's a little confusing. But anyway, okay, partner.
Former lady.
Sure. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. You developed Is that what they say? The other half of my partner?
No. I don't know. Maybe I'm hanging out in Brooklyn too much.
You know what she called you? My gigolo.
I wish.
That's what she called you. Jared the fucking Jared the Jester.
That would be
Jared
nicer
the Jester, the gigolo.
That would be nicer than whatever I'm thinking,
Okay. I'm sorry. So I interrupted you. Yeah. So
her best friend's mom was in town. She's like, I want to come see you. And she, they wanted to come, and she came and saw me, and she loved what I did. But like, you know, they have money. She's from, you know, San Francisco, Napa area. I think. I don't know. Like, I think they respected me.
It was always going to be an uphill battle.
Always. I mean, that's comedy. Either way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she was just a chapter in my book.
I think just on a classist level, it was always going to be an uphill battle.
Always going to be an uphill.
It was just, you know,
as much as she
Titanic.
will deny it being the problem with money, I will always think it's money.
But I think, you know what I think? You embraced it too much.
Too much.
Yes.
I embraced what? The money?
The lifestyle which you were enjoying a little bit too much, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought, this is the new me. And I think that might be where you lost her. Because she dated you for beans in the bathroom. She thought she was dating beans in the bathroom. And then you started taking her out to vegan places. And I think that was charming at first because they served it on paper.
Right.
So it was still charming. But once you started paying for dinners and you started taking her to fucking Nobu.
Right.
You ever go to Nobu with her?
Of course. We've met multiple times. That's a regular lunch. That was the problem.
That's part of the problem. The problem is, I think she realized
like
she created a monster.
She created a monster.
She didn't fix you. She didn't fix you. She thought you were great the way you were, and there might have been like this psychological, like, you know, it might have been, you know, on a deep subconscious level, she might have thought, I gotta fix this guy, if she is a fixer. But I do think she kind of liked you the way you were.
Yeah.
So you got to go more trash now, is what I say.
I gotta go more trash.
You got to start drinking. Do you drink much?
I don't drink much.
You got to start drinking. You got to start drinking. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Here's the real problem, bro. I am an anxious attachment. I have to break that mold.
I could never have guessed, by the way. You're an anxious attachment.
Actually, you're just joking.
Of course I'm fucking with you.
Of course you're fucking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so anxious, but the crazy, it's like I'm so confident too.
But you're funny. Hang on. You thought I was fucking joking with you? You thought I was no, dude.
Right.
The other day, standing in the entrance of the stand, I'm like, "Hey, you want food?" You're like, no, don't even look at me." I got it. I got an inkling as to the anxious attachment. Just say, okay, sorry. Go on, carry on.
No, I feel like if anything, that's more avoidant. No. That's my problem.
It's very self-aware, and I respected the fuck out of it. And it's it's one of the reasons why I decided I liked you.
I appreciate that.
Because as I said before, I think the things about you which might get you in which might put you between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Are the things which I like about you because I see them in myself. Because I, likewise, am also very self-aware and will try to unpack situations as they're unfolding and say, I know I'm coming across like this, or I understand that you must be thinking, like Peter's here right now, and I've told him, you got better shit to do. I don't know what you're doing here. I don't understand why or how this is happening. I appreciate it. I know this is probably a waste of your time because I'm self-aware enough to know he's got bigger shit to do. So I'm trying to help however I can. I got to fucking take out the trash. I'll take out the trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that. But when people do that, I think then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where we are viewed as, a guy who's not trying to break the mold, but who's just kind of accepting of what reality is.
Right.
And rather than try to reshape it, Like if I came out here and was like fucking, swinging my dick and I was fucking, laughing like crazy and we're posting clips and it's getting millions of views and it's making money, Peter's like, yeah, this makes sense. But I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm like, trying to be realistic about it.
You got me on the podcast. Right.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Off a hunch. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that it might be a little bit different to what he's used to. And I've addressed that with him and said, I really appreciate you being here. Fucking, can I help you with anything? I'm trying to make it easy on him, And that's it. I'm not making demands because I think I'm self-aware enough to understand the pecking order.
Yeah.
And I've gone off on a tangent here. I kind of lost my fucking my train of thought.
We're discussing my anxious attachment.
Yeah.
And how we're gonna fix me.
Right.
And I got into the lifestyle way too much. But it was a culmination of a lot of things, dude. I guess, maybe it's because I was upset I couldn't keep up. You know, they got to a point where I definitely couldn't keep up.
I think.
I had to deny a few trips
Yeah.
that would like hurt me. You know, maybe.
Well, did she expect them, or did you feel like you had an obligation to take her places? Would she ever say, "Where are you taking me?" Or would she be like, "I love you for who you are, and I don't care that you don't have the ability to do what you know"?
No, she told me, she's
Trust
like,
fund.
I want to be doing this. So either you pick up the pace or you're going to get left in the dust.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
But then she's also saying the oxymoron of, I love you, though. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses.
She sounds like a fox. She sounds like she emotionally manipulated the fuck out of you, and I really respect the hell out of her for that.
Well, that's why I'm fucked up.
Oh my God, that is fucking nuts, dude. She would tell you like if you don't take me to Burj Khalifa, if I don't see the Burj Khalifa, my girlfriend's done that too, but a little more tongue in cheek because we're kind of at the same level and we started out very young together. We've been together for 5 years, so and I think she kind of knows what it is now, and she's willing to play it out because she loves me, and that's by the way the worst.
And also, you have it locked up in a fucking bunker.
Right, but wait, what do you mean? you lost me there.
I said, because you have her locked up in a bunker.
Oh, I have her locked up in a bunker.
Yeah, I was just fucking around.
Oh yeah, got it. That's excellent.
Sorry for interrupting.
Derail? No, it's you derailing me. It's fine. I don't even know what I'm fucking. She wanted to go to the Burj Khalifa. This, by the way, this is you saying, you know, you're gonna make it in comedy, man. You just got to keep working. It's a real tough fucking gig. But you know, if you want to kill yourself, that's always an out. You're just. Oh, okay. That's.
No, this is great, man.
That's the first one
this
on the
is what I want to come here. I want to talk about
the first one on
my
the board for you.
relationship that I've just been dreading, thinking about all day. You know, this has been. You have any other questions? You got anything else to talk about? I get it, dude. I'm going through a fucking breakup. It's the worst one of my life. I've only been through one other one. You know, but I'm enjoying the and my buddy Pat. You know, my partner Pat. You know, he tells me, he's like, Jared, you can't stop. You got to stop being so sad around work environments. I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna wear my emotions. I'm not gonna be a fucking liar. I'm not gonna be a phony. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be who I am. If those people, and this is what I told him too, I'm like, if those people if it repels those people, it repelled the right people.
Here's the problem: if you don't fucking become Kevin Hart,
I'm not.
Well, let's start there. If you don't become Kevin Hart, you are fucked, my friend. You are fucked.
I know.
Because right now everything I feel like this could be, my God, feeling financially inadequate as a comic, which by the way most every person is going to. That's just not. It's not going to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To date a person at the upper echelons of the financial pecking order and to not be able to keep up because you're a comic is going to fucking traumatize the hell out of you unless you just accept that it is what it is. Or you could go the route you're going where you're becoming a money-obsessed, crazed little shit, which is fine, but it's a long way to the top. And I'm very concerned for you now. And the more we're peeling back the layers, the more concerned I am that you might be permanently damaged now. That if you can't just go to the fucking, if you can't go to the Four Seasons in Qatar for Thanksgiving weekend, instead of going to visit your family and your mother who works with disabled children. If you don't get to that point where you say, fuck you, Ma, I'm going to Qatar, you may never be able to overcome this.
I'll be able to overcome it.
That's my concern.
I'll be able to overcome it for sure. I can guarantee that. You know, it's going to take time. Everything takes time. I understand that. But
here's what I'll say to you: you're very funny, and I think comics respect you, and you seem to have a lot going on, and you're funny. That's the most important thing.
Right.
Just be happy with that. You seem to be financially sustainable, and I hate that I'm doing this on the fucking pod now. I wish I'd been nice to you after the episode had ended, but I don't know. But I feel compelled to tell you because I feel bad. I'm fucking bullying you for.
You're not bullying
45
me, dude.
minutes.
It's all right. We're talking it out.
I think you just gotta kind of accept that it's gonna work out, but you gotta just fucking let it happen. You gotta let it out. I gotta let it flow. You gotta let it fucking happen.
Too much.
You gotta stop quoting self-help shit.
Nah. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing.
You gotta stop quoting self-help.
I regurgitate everything. That's what I do. That's all I do is listen to these fucking podcasts, and it gets to a point where it's all the same.
It's really risky. Listen, it's a dangerous rabbit hole that you could go down, man.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok algorithm look like?
Right
How deep are you into the depressed alpha male TikTok? I'm deep in that hole, dude.
No, right now I'm not on TikTok. My explore page is just a lot of relationship, narcissistic.
Oh no.
Breakup stuff.
Yeah, just fucking American Psycho style.
Just
shit.
like letting you know, don't ever deal with someone. It's funny. It would be like you knew she was a narcissist when she had big boobs. Like I fucking knew it.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with you. You know, and again, I don't want to assume, but it seems like you're into self-help in all the dangerous ways that they flag, you know, on the fucking FBI most wanted list, all the guys who wind up committing fucking crimes against humanity.
What do you mean?
Just, you don't seem like you're into like self-improvement at all. Like you're not working out. Are you working out?
I work out 4 days a week.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to therapy.
You haven't, that's good.
I have a job.
Therapy's
I'm pursuing a fucking career in comedy. What do you mean?
You're not talking. I was expecting you to tell me like you're getting like Goggins and shit into productive like.
I did just listen. Can't Hurt Me.
Okay.
His book. Okay. David Goggins' book.
If you say listen, if you're getting the military guys in your algo, you're probably good. If you're following through on their advice.
No, I understand.
Body first.
I'm in this like.
It sounds like you're more
this period right now.
Yeah.
Because I just got like news like last week. Like, dude, you should have seen me like when right before I talked to her again. Like I was getting there. You know, my first 2 weeks we broke up. I was in Europe. I was going through it. Don't get me wrong, my boys were there for me. I pushed through as much as I can. I still had a great time, you know. Did what I had to do. And then when I came back, I went no contact, was doing really well.
You're talking to me like you work on Wall Street and like I work on Wall Street and like this is supposed to impress me. That you went to Europe and that you were doing well because you were living the lifestyle. That's what I'm talking about. Those are guys who kill people. Those are guys who kill women because they get fucking upset. You gotta you gotta, I think you're not torturing yourself enough. You're torturing yourself mentally. You gotta put yourself.
I'm torturing myself mentally.
I think you gotta torture yourself physically.
How so?
I don't know. Do the shit that I don't do that the experts talking about. Do whatever Jocko says.
Come on.
Do whatever Jocko says.
I emotionally cut myself. That's what I do. I'll have these thoughts, ruminate. God. That's what I do. It's a dangerous game, dude. I'm too scared to cut myself, so I'll emotionally do it.
Well, they did say it was going to be a real risk to have you on the pod.
It's a risk. It's a risk. You took it. I told you not to. I told you not to have me on. I didn't know we were going to talk about my relationship the whole entire fucking time.
Neither did I.
It is not what I fucking wanted.
But it's fascinating. All right, well, let's talk about Christmas. Let's talk about something.
I'm Jewish. I don't want to talk about it. Last Christmas I enjoyed with her. The holidays are the toughest, though, and that's okay, dude. The thing is, like, we just split for the final time last week. So that's why I'm in this mode.
Let the record show that you're bringing it back up, by the way. You're bringing
I know what I'm talking about.
All right.
But I'm just letting you know, like, I know, like, I get, because I was doing fucking much better 2 months after no talking to her. Mm-hmm. And then she came back in, I allowed it. Mm-hmm. I'm very big on taking accountability. You know, I had a friend who was going through a toxic relationship, and he's still with her. He's fucking insane. But I kept telling him, like, he would be like, oh, bro, she's hitting me up. She's doing this. I'm like, no, you're answering. You keep texting her back. Say I'm texting her. He's like, yeah, you're right. Like, if you take accountability and you talk like that, you know, you ever read the 4 Agreements?
No.
Be impeccable with your word.
Right. I've heard that.
Be impeccable with your word. You know, what you say will come true.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm just saying that in terms of, like, I have to take accountability. I understand where I'm at. I know I'm going to get through it. But right now, a week after finding out, you know, a week after finally splitting it for good, like, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not going to fake it. I'm going to be who I am unapologetically.
How are you unironically speaking this way?
What do you mean unironically?
But you actually, like, but is it helping you?
It helps me.
Is it helping you? The affirmations are helping you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
How have they helped you?
It gives me...
I feel like people just say these things to kind of, I don't know.
Have you ever tried it?
It's a surface level.
It's like a religion.
That's a good point. That actually might be the best point you could possibly make.
It's like a cult following. You know, it's like just you regurgitate like this, not regurgitate, but you just repeat and, you know, repeat.
No, I'm sold. You just mindlessly like buy into the doctrine.
Yeah, I mean, if you say something long enough, like it's gonna sound true.
Okay.
There was one I used to say, like, I made this one up myself, where it's like, forgive thee and be happy, for thy actions will bring change, peace, humility, and enlightenment.
That's
And, like,
beautiful. That's beautiful. Now you're gonna repeat after me, okay? When I get out of here, I'm gonna have beans in the bathroom.
beans in the bathroom.
And that's how you're gonna win her back. That's the only fucking mantra you need to say. I think you're trying. You got to get pissed off. Beans in the bathroom. I'm fucking pissed off. Beans in the bathroom. Beans in the
I don't
bathroom.
work. I don't
Bud
work
Light.
out. You know, it's funny.
Beans in the bathroom. Bud Light. We got to get you drinking again. You got to think about all the things that make you miserable and make you mad.
Different,
The only way out is anger. The only way out is through anger and the fear of failure. Beans in the bathroom and Bud Light.
You don't like love?
I like love. Yeah.
You like love? I love love, bro. You gotta work with love. You know, I gotta love.
I
what I'm
got
doing.
love, but I think a way that you can kind of get through a situation yourself, you know, is through getting to a place of anger. I think that's productive. It doesn't have to make you outwardly angry. You could just get inwardly angry and get pissed off at your own situation.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
Becoming a soldier. I think we're getting to the same place through very different means.
Yeah, I'm getting there with love. You're getting there with anger.
Yeah, but it's also because I think I had a very good environment. A very positive environment has been fostered for me, and I had a very good upbringing. So it's like I got to go the other way.
I come from a very negative environment.
So you need to.
So I'm going the other way.
And we're both trying to sell each other on the merits
Right.
of.
That's exactly
This is
what we're doing,
circular.
and this is why we're here right now. And I totally,
just bonded through.
you know,
through
it's-
difference, yin and yang.
and that's totally what it is. You know, I mean, I grew up in a very negative environment. My dad screaming, a lot of anger, and I can pride myself on never having screamed. Maybe once, only because she screamed first. But it's just,
Yeah, all I do is scream.
I never have screamed at my partner ever.
I don't scream at her much.
No, but like,
But
I grew up
we
with
yell
that.
at each. I mean, it's not screaming if you're yelling at each other.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's not.
like,
It's not bully. I'm not bully. I'm not. You
For
know,
sure.
It's not. It's not one person belittling the other. But if it's, oh, let's go. I'm coming.
Right.
That's just bringing the.
But I pride
level up.
myself on just, you know, working with love, and you're definitely right in terms of like I gotta throw myself into the pain rather than doing it internally.
That's beautiful. This has been great. This has been fascinating. It's been a fascinating hang.
Yeah, I appreciate
You
it.
feel better for having done this?
I feel a little bit better. I was definitely in the dumps about it today. I was definitely like,
I got
one of
this
those-
fucking show.
I had no desire to call her or text her, but like it was definitely a lot of ruminating thoughts about her.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
And
about the
that's
show.
have you ever been through a breakup?
I've not really. No.
So you have no idea.
I mean, I can
You don't have a clue.
intellectualize.
You can't.
I can
You can't.
intellectualize it.
You can't. I'm
I can.
telling you,
I
can't.
can intellectualize the feeling. I mean, because
You can't feel the feeling though. You're young.
I'm empathetic.
Yeah, but you can't. You're not sympathetic.
No, I'm a sympathetic person
I'm telling you, bro.
to the cause
Have you
of what
lost
you're
someone?
going through.
Have you ever had to grieve anyone?
Yes,
Who?
grandmothers.
A grand. Yeah, that's barely a connection.
I was very close. I was very
You were
close.
very
with
close
them.
with her.
I was very close with them, man.
That's
yeah,
tough. I'm sorry for that loss.
it's fine. It doesn't fucking. It's part of life. But it's also
Right,
it's
right.
also one of the
But that's something you saw coming. You know.
yeah,
But this is like grieving a breakup. It's, you know, of course, I'm saying, you know, it's better to have loved it all than never have loved. You know, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Not, you know, but like it's.
I don't know that that's really the no. And this is
Probably.
gonna make you feel bad. I don't know that that's necessarily true in the case of relationships, because if it doesn't work out and you don't wind up getting the thing that you want from that person,
No,
then
but-
it just kind of sucks.
But you've experienced love.
Yes, I have.
No. I'm saying that quote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Wow.
what it means. It's because I would disagree with what you just said, and that's how I'm gonna cut it. Like that's how I'm gonna say that it is great to love. Right? It feels dope loving your girlfriend, right? It's a great feeling when you
Yes.
say I love you and you guys make love. Like, it's a sick feeling.
Sure.
That's what we're put on this earth to do,
Sure.
is to love people. And like to lose a type of love like that, it's one of the most painful. It's drug withdrawal, right? Which is why you feel the pain you do. Have you ever been an addict?
And no, not to a substance.
Right. What to what?
My phone.
How long can you go without your phone?
I don't know.
Dude.
I've never tried. But I start. You know,
After
I
going 2-3 days, you'll be like jittering, bro. Your mind will be racing. What's going on in the world? You know what I mean? You'll be going crazy.
I
And
use it a
that's
lot to
the
write.
lowest
I use it a lot to write thoughts out. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, I write all my thoughts out too.
Yeah, but it's a so without that, I could do it on paper. I
Of
don't need a
course,
phone.
of course. But like, you know, just anything. Dude, P, you ever been in love? Yeah. Have you? And you lost it? How you can you even like if you haven't experienced that, you can't really describe it, right? No, it's fucking terrible. It's terrible, dude. You don't know.
Well, I tell you what, if I lost my girlfriend of 5 years, we're really the only like we're each other's only real serious long-term relationship.
Right.
Everything prior was juvenile
Your world
and
will come
short.
crumbling down. And I wish you the best.
But it would also just make me upset and say the only thing that matters is my pursuit now.
That's what you would think.
Yes.
But your whole world would be flipped upside down, bro. Your mind will just like, 'cause yeah, she did. You know, when you said it earlier, where it's like you respected what she did and emotionally manipulated. Which
Well, I know
you're joking.
It's not a nice thing to do. I mean, it is impressive just from a
And
behavioral
she wasn't doing
point
it
of
on
view.
purpose. You know what I mean? But
No, and that's what makes it most admirable.
but the thing is, like, she might have been. Who knows? But like, dude,
a lot of those rich people aren't even aware
Right,
of to do it.
right,
they just
right.
do it. They just do
Exactly.
it consciously. It's
But the thing is, like,
their disposition.
I
They look
won't
down
be the
on-
same, and I understand that, and I don't want to be the same. I don't want to be the person I was before I met her or when I was with her. I want to be a new person, and that's gonna help me become the best version of who I am. And I know that it's psychologically, like, not fuck me. I can say it fuck me up, but and maybe damage me for right now. But it's psychologically rewired my brain, 100%. So you just have to be aware of that and then continue moving forward. And then like eventually new thoughts will come to my head. I'll meet a new person, we'll connect more, and then go from there. And then like, you know, that'll just be a thought, another old thought in my mind, an old memory. It's tough, bro. You really can't.
You got to flip
it's
it.
tough to grasp.
You need to date a college student with nothing, just up to her eyeballs in debt.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to be taught because I wasn't like. That's why I loved being with this girl, and that's why like it hurts a lot because she taught me a lot. You know, because I didn't really have that from my parents.
Yeah, I think you got to just flip it around, and you gotta just.
I don't have anything to teach right now.
Maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's a good thing.
Right. I'll be with like a 20-year-old when I'm fucking 45 and I can teach her the world. You know what I mean? That's the goal. That's the plan.
We wish you the best of luck. I hope.
Thank you, bro. This was fun. No, this did help.
I hope to be able to. Yeah. I hope.
See me in a couple years. I'll see you. You know, you'll probably have JFL in a couple years because that's just how fucking Canada works. And I'm excited for your journey, Sam. This was fun. Thank you for inviting me on.
Thank you, sir. We're gonna cut your hair after this, and we're gonna get you. We're gonna feed you some sardines, and we're gonna get you pissed off, and you're gonna be.
I'm pissed off. Trust me, I'm pissed off, bro. I'm putting on a good fucking act.
It's just so funny,
not
dude.
that good, though.
I'm here, paying for my own shit, saying fuck it. I'm being a cheap bastard. I'm fucking living in a bedroom right now.
Crazy.
I'm doing things outside of my comfort zone that I don't have to do. I'm subjecting myself to them, and you are fucking walking around like you're at New York Fashion Week trying to reinvent yourself. We're just polar opposite in every way.
I did what you did, bro.
I know. I we're doing the same thing, just flipped and reversed.
Right. I did the open mics. I did the shitty living. Like, I'm not saying I deserve it right now, but that's my problem. Sure. I feel entitled as if I deserve it. Like, I was trying to joke about something. I should not be, like, I'm at too high of, like, I look too good to be like, not joking at that type of level. You know what I mean? Like, my comedy's not caught up with my looks and my lifestyle. She fucked me up. And that's all right.
Where can people follow the journey?
The kid Jared, even though I haven't really been posting. So honestly, you just gotta come see me at a show.
You're gonna post this pod though, right? You were saying before we started, you were saying you were looking forward to posting clips and being seen in a studio with sunglasses on.
We look dope, bro. All right, man. You come find me, bro. The kid Jared on socials. Come and find me, man.
You have a show in New York too. Some people, it's a lot of Italian trash bags who listen to this in New York. So I don't know that they're the demographic, but you have a show. Would you like to plug it?
No, I'm all right. If they want to come find me, they'll come and find me.
Excellent. Great.
Thank you, bro.
Well done. I'm Sam Adamo. Follow me if you're new. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Liking helps. Okay, go away. Alla prossima. Ciao.